Hello, I'm Hans Parchment. You're watching Talawa TV with Crystal Davis.
I think the uniqueness of the reggae girls is they embody the national motto of Jamaica, which is out of many one people. So when you look at the entirety of the Jamaica squad, you have dark-skinned girls, mixed-race girls, girls who have black and Asian in them. You also have the homegrown players, so like your Bunny Shaw, your Konya Plummer, your Den Blackwood. So what that means in terms of from a grassroots perspective is girls who are born in Jamaica can look at a Bunny Shaw and hear that authentic accent and say, you know, if Bunny can make it, then so can I. Once you hear that authenticity, that raw Jamaican accent, they should be able to look at a Bunny Shaw who's now our captain to say, if Bunny can do it, especially if you come from the same community, the same parish as her, if she can do it, then so can we.
I want to give a big bless up to the reggae girls out there. They ain't believe in us. John did. Reggae girls, keep winning, keep inspiring. I know you're going to be great out there, World Cup. Sedella Marley, number love. Bless up from DJ Cavalier.
And I'm representing for the reggae girls. You know what I mean? Big up on yourself every time. Especially if you're qualifying for the World Cup back to back. You know what I mean? Sedella, big up yourself. One love every time. You know the thing go. Blessing off a flow like a river. Blessing off a flow like a river. What the reggae girls do? Left them name night earth like a queen. Me have to big up the top soccer team. You know Massacre represent. Jamaica supporting it every time. You know the thing go.
Hello, I'm Hans Parchment. You're watching Talawa TV with Crystal Davis.
I feel happy from UK, you know.
See the moonlights on the town. Whoa, I'm getting ready. Talawa TV is in the town. Whoa, I'm getting ready. Got a corner on the telephone. Yeah, this is the Ocean of the Messenger, and you're watching Talawa TV with the host and best Davis. Take it away.
It's great to be here. I know that you're probably the biggest supporters of the Reggae Girls. So what you do and the message that you spread for the girls, it's really appreciated.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you. And my apologies. Memory clearly isn't that great, so I do apologize. And I'm glad that you're back, and hopefully tonight won't be your last. And Mr. Lee, Mr. Jeremy Lee, sir, I think you are on mute, but you're definitely no stranger to the channel. How are you? Let's see if I can unmute you. There we go.
I think it was, yeah. I'm good now.
Yes, you're perfect.
Yeah, Siobhan. Yeah, big up yourself, Siobhan. Yeah, I never remember you. I never remember seeing you you on the show. But back to Crystal. I gotta give it to her. I've heard a lot of guys say she's the reason why they start off to watch female football, and so that's one of the reasons why I'm pushing her out there to keep on doing your thing. Don't get discouraged. You have a band of brothers behind you, and what we trying to do is to get female who think like you know, in the game, right, Siobhan?
Yeah,
so enough respect to you, Crystal, and keep fighting.
Yeah, because as you mentioned, a lot of persons, because I think the Reggae Girls has been the most successful team in our football, and I think a lot of that was underrated. So what you've done for the local aspect of Jamaicans, you brought that sense of admiration to the persons know that, hey, it's not just the boys. The females as well. The females have the love as well. And honestly, if it wasn't for someone like you, Crystal, the YouTube space would just be crowded with the reggae boys.
Yeah. So we do, you know, we have lots of respect for you, mom.
My Talawers, how are you all? Good afternoon, good evening, possibly good morning. All depends on where you are in the world. Welcome back to another live stream. I feel really tiny in this chair, and sometimes I sit in it and I do something wrong, or sometimes someone comes and they sit in the chair and they don't fix it the way that I like it, because I'm a small lady. So this is a chair for like a fully grown man, and I feel like very tiny in it tonight for some reason. I don't know why I felt like telling you guys that, but for some reason I did. Let me know how you guys are doing down there in the comment section. Let me know how I'm sounding. And the Monday, brand new week ahead. I hope you guys are having a productive one. If you manage to stumble into your Monday, I hope that as the week progresses, you gain some momentum, and I hope that you have a wonderful, productive week. Smash this one out the park. There's so much to talk about on tonight's show, guys. I'm absolutely buzzing. I think I have a debut on my channel. I keep saying I have debuts, and then the person comes on and they're like, actually, I've been on your channel before. And I'm like, well, clearly I have some memory issue, which I'm not going to dispute. I probably do, to be honest with you. I struggle to remember some things these days, or a lot of things these days, to be honest with you. So it's probably some facts towards that. Let's take a little look in the comments section. Coach's Desk, big up yourself, Coach's Desk. I hope you are in good health. If you're not familiar with Coach's Desk, you know what? I don't know what to tell you. You're definitely living under a rock, and I can't help you in that regard. But if you want to keep up to date with Jamaica track and field, and also where the reggae girls and reggae boys are concerned, that's another platform for you to keep your eye on. Head over to Coach's Desk and kindly give him a subscribe, and also a like on his latest video as well. Speaking of like and subscribe, I hope you've hit the subscribe button on the Reggae Boys and Girls Supporters Club. I hope you have been giving them a support. If you haven't done so, please do head over and hit the subscribe button. Also do the same for CC Sports. He's going to be joining us. He's only come out the woods because Chelsea, I think, won over the weekend. So that's the only reason why he's showing his face tonight, guys. But enough of that. Let me go ahead and bring out my special guest. I think I'm gonna go who I think it's a debut. But he's gonna tell me I'm wrong. But I'm gonna jump the gun and say that it's a debut. Also, Sammy, I feel like this is your first time on my channel, Sammy. I do apologize if I got that wrong, but I hope you're in good health. And to those of you who are silently watching, jump in the comment section. I don't bite. I don't know about the guys backstage, but I definitely don't bite. I'm not Suarez. Jump in the comment section. Get yourself comfortable, because tonight we're talking about plenty of football, both for the reggae boys and the reggae girls are concerned. But before I dive right into that, why not go ahead and give this little ad a spin? All right, sit tight and I will be back with you in less than, let's say, 60 seconds.
Reggae boys as they take on St. Vincent and the Grenadines in the Gold Cup prelim. The Reggae Boys and Girls Supporters Club and Original Dancehall Thursday invite you to rally behind the Reggae Boys as they take on St. Vincent and the Grenadines in the Gold Cup prelims. Join us Friday, March 21st at 52 Dunbarton Avenue for the ultimate Reggae Boys watch party. Doors open at 4 p.m. Performance by Luciana, Tishana, Rebel T Sound, Oliver Metro Media, Alanza R. Admission $500. Come out in your Jamaican colors. Diaspora fans, sign up now and watch it on JFF Live. The Reggae Boys and Girls Supporters Club and Original Dancehall Thursday invite you to rally behind the Reggae Boys as they take on St. Vincent and the Grenadines in the Gold Cup prelims. Join us Friday, March 21st at 52 Dunbarton Avenue for the ultimate Reggae Boys watch party. Doors open at 4 p.m. Performance by Luciana, Tishana, Rebel T Sound, Oliver Metro Media, Alanza R. Admission $500. Come out in your Jamaican colors. Diaspora fans, sign up now and watch it on JFF Live.
So let's go ahead and bring out my lovely guests. I'm sure you're familiar with their names, possibly their faces, as if they want to turn their cameras on. But most importantly, I do believe you guys can recognize a few of their voices. All right, so let's just dive right into it. Big up yourself, Mr. Porter. Hope you're in good health. Kyle Wallace, good day to yourself, sir. I hope you are in great health. Box cover, it's been a while since I've seen you. I hope you're in good health as well. So let's just get right into it. Let's see who's in my studio. Let's go ahead and bring up a couple of the lads. Texican, have I completely made a blunder? Is this your first time on the channel, or have you been here before? Because here goes the memory issue again. And let me just say, memory loss don't discriminate, Mr. Porter. Definitely did.
I've been here before, man.
See, there we go. Look, I apologize. It's not intentional, all right?
It's
I
okay.
apologize.
Happens to the best of us.
Understanding. The Prezi, it's Alan. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm good. Good. Thanks for having me on. I don't think this is my first time now. I've been here before. I trod this road before.
You're definitely doing good. You're sitting top of the Premier League table, dangling your feet. So you're definitely doing better than certain club in North London and the rest of the league. So I'm going to say
Why you
congratulations.
think I am a Liverpool fan? Why you think I'm a Liverpool fan?
Are you not a
Yeah.
Liverpool?
That
You
is
just
a Chelsea man right
Chelsea,
here.
Chelsea,
no.
man.
You know what? It explains it because I was actually really
Did
nice
you
for a
hear him defending Frank Lampard a while ago, Crystal?
Yeah, but I always thought he was a Liverpool fan because he speaks so well of them. So I was like, he's a
To
pleasant
be
guy for
honest,
a Liverpool
to be
fan.
honest with you, sometimes he takes the team that's actually winning.
No,
Ah,
no, no,
understood,
no, no, no.
understood.
Sound like what we would call on the island a wagonist.
So, Crystal, you see, because I'm not biased, I'm very fair, and I bring a point across fair points. That's it. I don't follow no team more than Chelsea. Stop right there.
Mexican,
Wagonist.
I swear I thought you was a Liverpool fan all along, but fair
No.
play to you. Quite fair, so it's a credit to yourself. So
Keep
yeah,
the
big
blue flag flying high.
up. And Mr. Jeremy Lee, how you doing?
On
I am
SW6.
good, man. I'm good, man. Thank God for another Monday. Thank God for another day. That's we can
Amen.
come here and talk and have life, have strength, have energy. So we have to give thanks for that. And
Amen.
enough respect to everybody. Everybody big up themselves. Big up Devon Porter, the man that's making Jamaica proud. I wish more people would see and appreciate the work you're doing, sir. Enough respect to you, sir.
All right, guys, I'm not going to take up much of your time, so let's just get right into it. The headline reads for itself. It's one of many headlines that we have for today's show, but Cavalier, I mean, I can't stop giving them their flowers, can't stop giving Mr. Speed his flowers. What do you guys make of Cavalier's performance against Inter Miami and the journey thus far? Of course, they do have the all-important second leg taking place in some days time on home soil, and they do have a mountain to climb. But irrespective of what lies ahead, what do you guys make of what they've achieved so far? And do you think that their recent achievements will no doubt inspire the rest of those Jamaica Premier League clubs?
We giving a go at it first.
Any one of you could have a shout.
All right,
Go ahead,
I'll go
Isa.
first. I'll go first. I mean, to me, it was like they did a tremendous job. Um, you know, clubs have qualified for the CONCACAF Champions League before, but this is the first time we're getting a game of this magnitude. You know what I mean? Playing against some of the arguably some of the best players to have ever graced the stage of football, all across the world. And I think this is the biggest Champions Cup game that a team from Jamaica has ever played. And to be honest, they went there and they did very, very, very well. If you was just a neutral watching and you didn't know that this team was from a semi-professional to professional league in a country like Jamaica, you probably couldn't tell. You know what I mean? Because they were on it. I mean, the people in America, the day after the game, they were giving the coach a lot of praises, the players a lot of praises. And why is that? Because they didn't look a foot off the team that they were playing. It didn't look like they were, like, okay, as I say, a semi-pro to professional team. And the average age of the team, Mrs. Speed reiterate, a lot of times was like 20.2 or something like that. Didn't go up to 21. So they did a very, very, very good job. I mean, the tactics on the day, I think, was working well. With more quality, they could have gotten, something more out of the game. I really wish they had gotten that away goal, because that would kind of change the dynamics for Inter Miami, but and then, whoever watched the game, the calls were a bit tough. There were some tough calls in that game. And I mean, a lot of people were supporting the Cavaliers. We kind of felt hard done by the calls in the game. It's football, but it what they were really, really difficult and harsh calls, so, but they did very well. And I mean, if one of those calls went our way, or two of those calls went our way, I think that would have changed the scoreline and the dynamic of the game. So they did pretty well. There are a couple of players that they put in a good shift. And Inter Miami, to be honest, I think they were shocked at how the game was going, I mean, their goal came in the 64th minute, playing against a team like you would probably consider, 3, 4, 5 levels above or below them. So it was a pretty entertaining game as well. Inter Miami trying to keep possession and trying to slowly come the pitch, and then Cavaliers getting it and just gun ho wing direct. It was very entertaining, and I'll say the calls on the night, if one just went in favor of Cavaliers, it would look a total different game. And some people who might not have watched the game and just saw the scoreline would probably think, oh, Inter Miami just cruise to a 2-0 victory. It was far from that. I think when they went in at halftime, they had to really try to put out a proper game plan. You know what I mean? So yeah, the first half of the tie, to me, Cavaliers look very well, and I'm hoping that come Thursday they will put in a good shift again with the home crowd and rev up the thing and bust Messi them net and Inter Miami net. Yeah.
Well said. I mean, one of the things that I like with what you just said is I agree with everything that you just laid out on the table. But the one thing that stood out for me was the fact that you was like basically, in my opinion, referring to them as just our team. And I think some people are missing the whole idea of saying to themselves, or the whole acceptance of looking at Cavalier and realizing that this is the only team that we've got from the Jamaica Premier League currently in the competition, facing off against a MLS side. So why not get behind them, even if it's a case of you don't particularly like Cavalier for whatever the reason is. At the end of the day, they're the ones that's waving the black, green and gold. And if it does come to fruition, they'll be the ones who have successfully brought Messi to Jamaica. Hopefully he does make the trip. It's looking like he probably won't, whatever reason, but it would be great if he made the trip again, even if it is a case to similar to what he did with the first leg, watching on from the stands. I don't think Messi can be in the stands, maybe on the subs bench, because he would get mobbed and no one's going to pay attention to the game itself. Everyone's going to want photos and autographs and so on. But yeah, I like this idea of, just looking at Cavalier. Me personally, I'm looking at them, I'm like, that's the team that I'm rooting for. I couldn't care less if it's Messi, the greatest footballer ever. I'm not Argentine. I don't live in Miami. I have no ties to Miami or Argentina or Messi. So I'm backing my boys. I'm backing my compatriots. I'm backing my countrymen. And I would love nothing more than for them to give Mascherano and Messi and the gang a humble pie. But like I said, tall ass, massive mountain to climb. But nevertheless, best of luck to Speed and his young boys. Over to yourself, Mr. Lee, and also Texican. What do you guys make of what Issa just said?
Texican, go ahead first.
Yeah, I think what Issa said was very he explained it very well, and so did you also. I believe they punched above their weight when they came up, even though they lost 2-0. I didn't think it was gonna go 2-0. I thought they were gonna get more. I thought they were gonna put up less of a fight. But like I say, as for Jamaican football, it looks very good. I think it bodes well for the rest of the island also, because if Cavalier could have put up that fight and they're scrapping some victories for the in the league that we're playing in, I believe it represents us very well at this point in time. And can't believe I'm saying this, but hey, go Cavaliers for Jamaica right now, yeah, man.
That kind of makes me feel like you have another team in the JPL.
My father always liked Arnett Gardens, and he used to
Fair
take
enough.
Arnett Gardens game.
Fair enough.
But Arnett now look like them used to look at, like back in the day. Back in the day, I'd be a star ball of them did have. No, thing water though.
No, fair enough. I hear you. I understand. I can't knock you. So again, I think we're all sharing similar sentiments. Be interesting to hear what Mr. Jeremy Lee has to say. But so far, we're all like pretty much on board, backing Cavaliers and want them to overturn what is probably a giant of a task in front of them. Mr. Lee, how you feeling?
Yeah, you know what though, as a I feel the same way as you guys, but I'm gonna take a step further. Before the game start, I was listening. In the beginning of the game, I was just listening to the commentator. The way that they're expecting, like them to supposed to score in the first 5 minutes, and the more the game progressed, I could hear them, and they were impressed. But for me personally, that team made me proud as a Jamaican. I feel really good. I was in my house rooting. Because, when football are going on, my wife and them are, it's either I'm in the living room or the room by myself. Can nobody be around me? I'm that type of person. And I was rooting for Cavalier. I'm an Arnett Garden fan, right? But I was rooting for Cavalier because what? This point is not Cavalier. It's what? Jamaica, right? And I was rooting for them. And I'm telling you, they really made me proud. They gave a good account, and I felt so proud. Come back to Mr. Speed. We all have to give him his flowers. And I love what he did. I hope other coach can look and see what he does and try to say, you know what? Speed can do it. Me can do it too. My aim is to beat Speed. Because guess what? Then the football in Jamaica will actually win if the coaches improve themselves. And so you have to give it to Mr. Speed. Kudos to you, sir. Keep on doing what you're doing. And enough respect to Cavaliers, and I wish you guys all the success.
I'm gonna ask
Back to you,
like a
Crystal.
question, and it's probably going to be a wild question. But it is just a question, guys. By the way, there's like at one point there was like 40 of you watching, but only 11 of you have hit the like button. Guys, it's almost 2:15 a.m. Please do kindly hit the like button. It does not cost you a penny. Also, the guys on screen, they've given us their free time, their precious time. They're family men, mind you, and they're still, managing to take themselves away from their family so that we could sit here and give you guys some content. So please, all we're asking for is for you to kindly hit the like button, okay? So yeah, guys, wild question. I think that this might be a wild question to you guys on screen and maybe you guys in the comment section as well. But currently speaking, is Mr. Speed the benchmark in terms of what he has achieved recently with Cavalier? And if not, who do you think is better than him?
Jessica, you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go right ahead. Separate and apart from Speed, I could only think who Tapa is a good coach in the league. So
yeah,
and I think separate and apart from what Tapa do for the national team, as far as club football right now, I guess we have to look upon Speed as the top man right now, and the way him play against Inter Miami, even if them no win, I mean, we have to put some respect on him name. And I don't think there's anybody in him league right now, and I don't like even saying that. We don't want to swell up him head no more than it already has swell up already.
don't give him his credit though, right?
Yeah, man, you have to give him it, man. Him do him thing, man. And he knows what he's doing as a coach. He does.
Absolutely. I agree. And it's Mr. Lee, what's your thoughts on the question?
I don't think there is anybody else. I mean, Speed currently is probably the only person to have a license in the Caribbean, really. So I mean, that's not only in Jamaica, So I mean, I think him in a league by himself, but Theodore Wickmore, I think also good coach. What's the name of the former JC coach again? What's his name? That's down there at Mount Pleasant too. What's his name again? Ferguson, I think, is also very good too. Ferguson and Tapa. A very good partnership as well. So I think those two Probably closest to Theodore, to Mr. Speed, I should say, which is Topper Whitmore and Ferguson, in my estimation. But I don't think anybody else come close, to be honest. When I think about others in the league, there are not many that you can really say, okay, come close to Theodore and Mr. Speed. Still trying to think, and a lot of the other managers, some of them are, you have a fair amount of them that are, regular Premier League managers, but I mean, they not many trophies won and all these things. So I mean, I couldn't tell you that this coach is, good in this area. There have been some of them like the likes of a Jerome Waite, Fuzzy, who have, been given national teams before. This guy just got a team. His first game was today. He lost. That's at Chapperton Maroons coaching national under 17. What's his name again? If you remember, technical. Vassal Reynolds. I mean, but these men, I don't think they come close to top, even though they have gotten national jobs. I guess they are just the better of the lot, but I don't think they come close to Rudolph, in terms of coaching acumen and what they have done over the years. You know what I mean? I mean, Rudolph Speed doesn't coach schoolboy football, but he has, a good amount of youth teams that has been doing well in youth competitions. That's Cavalier. So closest to him, I would say, is Theodore and David Ferguson, I would say. But other than those two men, I don't see nobody else close to him. Yeah.
League of his own. I think we're all saying that he's in a league of his own. Mr. Lee, I don't know if you want to add to what Texacan and also
yeah, man. Before I go, that never said big up Real Ball, your friend Alabama was in the chat. He's saying hi to you.
Finally, and Mr. Ballin as well. Mr. Ballin's in the chat as well. And
big up Mr. Ballin. Big up Gunner's boss. As I'm saying, yeah, as what these guys are saying, and I said this, Mr. Speed, everybody needs to try to beat him, right? So the island can be better. What he's doing, and I listened to him, he said the first time that he went away and got beaten, he learned. The second time he got beaten, he learned. Third time he got beaten again, he learned. This is what we do, people. Every time we get beaten, we get up, right? Brush off ourselves and be better. That's what he's doing. And so, I don't think there's, to be honest with you, maybe Taylor Whitmore is close to him, but I don't see anybody who's close to these two right now. It's like everybody is way back down. But Mr. Speed is way ahead of everybody. And he put himself there because he worked hard for it. To hear him talk, right? Each time that you get beaten, it's like you go home and figure it out and try to be much better. And this is what we want. But no, here's what I'd like for you coaches to do. Try to beat Speed. Try to be just like him or better. Try to be just like him or better. That's what I want. But kudos to you, Mr. Speed. And that's like Crystal, I don't think there's much coaches that are much closer to these two in terms of Whitmore and Mr. Speed.
I agree with you. And I think, no, sorry, continue. You were saying something?
No, I said back to you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I agree with you. I think just summarizing what you guys have said, I think he's in a league of his own. But I do think that with what they have achieved recently, again, facing off against Inter Miami, and it's not just because they're playing against a side in the MLS side, it's because of the caliber of footballers that they're playing against. Messi, arguably the greatest footballer ever. They've got Busquets, they've got Jordi Alba, they've got Luis Suarez, like legends of the game, legends in their own rights. This is a top tier footballers, some of the greatest footballers ever that they're going up against. And we want to see more Jamaica football, Jamaica Premier League football clubs face off against said opposition, and not just compete against them, but to beat them, so that people know that, hey, look, we're not just a track and field country. I can't speak for these clubs there in the JPL, but surely they're looking at the achievements of Mr. Speed and his young Cavalier side, and they're looking and they're thinking, you know what, I want some of that. I want what they have achieved, and hopefully they're looking at it and they can feel that hunger and extra motivation to say, you know, next time round, I don't want it to be Cavaliers, good luck to them, but I want to be there, because I believe that if I were in Cavaliers' position, we could have beaten Inter Miami. I think there's going to be a few clubs in the JPL who will be looking and saying to themselves, look, if that was us, we'd be putting these boys to bed, bearing in mind the performance that Inter Miami put up some days ago. I'm going to go ahead and read this post here in front of you guys. I'm sure you guys can't see it on the screen clearly in terms of the caption, that is, because I'm struggling to see it. Print is kind of fine. But this one here is taken from Nationwide. I'm pretty sure we know about Nationwide FM, right? And this one is taken from their Instagram account, and you can see there the caption. The headline, I should say, on the photo says, Cavalier gets sponsorship boost ahead of Champions Cup round of 16 clash. Caribbean Football Club champions Cavalier received a major sponsorship boost ahead of their crunch showdown with Inter Miami in the second leg of their CONCACAF Champions Cup round of 16 clash at the National Stadium on Thursday. Red Stripe will be the official base partner for the game and will donate $5 million to the club. The Sports Development Foundation, SDF, has contributed $10 million. And also they've got a couple more contributions there from a number of partners who have come on board, ranging from 3.5 million. They've also got the assistance there of the Jamaica Tourist Board, who it says here that under the cost, the Tourist Board will underwrite the cost of the entire Cavalier aggregation, including players, coaches, and backroom staff staying at the Marriott Courtyard for the 3 nights leading up and after the game. That is massive. It's good to see like corporate Jamaica putting their hands in their pocket and backing domestic football. It's not, I mean, I should say a domestic club and not domestic football, because this is a CONCACAF Cup competition. But it is good to see, like I said, you know, corporate Jamaica putting their hands in their pocket and backing one of their own. Surely, again, guys, that is a massive plus for Mr. Speed and another step in the right direction. Correct?
Yes. And so you see what we are talking about, though, right? I have nothing against him getting this sponsorship. I think the more that we progress as a football country, as a nation, the more things and more people will start to jump on board. That's why I want us to qualify for the World Cup. And I think by qualifying for this Gold Cup, there's gonna be more sponsors start to jump on board, and this is what we want. So yeah, I agree with that.
It's an
Over to you, Crystal.
Yeah, beautiful. Good to see people pump money into this thing. I'd like to see it at a higher level, like the national team. But right now, Cavaliers are doing what they're supposed to do. So, man, people them pump the money in it. Hopefully, it can reflect on the field. You know what I mean? And I'm fully supporting everything that's going on right now.
But people like winners, Crystal. And people like, when it comes on to marketing and people's putting sponsorship, if you can get eyes on their product, that's a plus. Cavaliers playing one of the biggest games ever in their history, and you're going to get a lot of eyes on the product. I mean, they're traveling overseas. They're coming locally now to get a almost full stadium, you know. So, I mean, sponsors love that. And that's like something very good for the club. You know, they can get sponsors and make money. And then, as Texcan said, he would like to see it at a higher level. But the thing with the higher level is that I don't think we're winning enough and getting enough eyes on the product. Yes, you understand? So some sponsors will probably be hesitant, you know, in terms of wanting to come on board. But I mean, what Cavaliers has done, it's opened a door for themselves, and it's very good. So big money popping, Mr. Speed.
The speed, the need for speed. Well, they're heading in the right direction. I think we can all agree on that. And best of luck to them. Big massive showdown in the next couple of days. It does say here, if I can go back on that caption, it does say here that this the game second leg.
Crystal, can I address something real quick? I'm sorry, let me interrupt you. I see Gunners Boss posting about the red stripe and the Jamaica Tourist Board. Yes, Gunners Boss, we'd love to have these people come back on board and start to sponsor the national team. You're exactly right. Don't know what's holding them back, but go ahead, Crystal. Sorry.
I think Issa probably answered that one. The corporate Jamaica, at the end of the day, it is business. It's easy for us to say they need to put their hands in their pocket, but it is business at the end of the day. And like Issa said, a business like winners, they want to be able to say that, okay, I'm putting my money to something or attaching my brand to something, and it's going to benefit myself as well, not just the brand. And come on, I mean, red stripe, there's a couple of things when you think of Jamaica, certain brands and certain influential people come to mind. And when you think of Jamaica, come on, red stripe is one of the first things that you think of when you talk about having a good time on home soil. You're thinking of your Ray and nephew, you're thinking of Jamaica, you're thinking of red stripe. So red stripe, it does make sense that they've come and it says here that they're the official beer partner. It makes perfect sense. Who else? It wouldn't make sense if it was any other beer, if we're being honest with ourselves. So before we move on, what's you guys' prediction in terms of the score? How do you see this one panning out? Do you think Cavalier are going to be giant slayers, or do you think this is going to be the end of the road for them?
I'll go loud.
I think it's gonna be a good game again, as we all saw in the first leg. It's gonna be a good game. I'll say it like this: if Cavalier get the first goal, it's gonna be a long night for Inter Miami. If Cavalier get the first goal in the game, so if Cavalier get the first goal, I think it's gonna be a long night for Inter. You understand? But I mean, it should be like a very, very good game. I ain't gonna lie, it should be a very good game. Let me see. I'll go 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. Or 1-1. I'll say 1-1. 1-1.
Okay,
Yeah.
interesting.
It's a try tease me prediction, man. Cause in my mind, me actually have them.
Dan Frost said it's gonna be a draw. I'm sorry.
Win 2-1. I have them a win 2-1 because I mean, based on the performance that we see them have in Miami, they have goals. I mean, it's clear so them can score a goal. Them just need to put the ball in the back of the net. Them create the opportunities. So 2-1. 2-1 may have it at.
Is that
so? I have it as 2-2. I have it as
2-1. Cavaliers 2-1. My bad.
2-1 Cavaliers. I like that.
So I have it as 2-2. And I'm sorry. Go ahead, Texaco.
You have the goal and aggregate as well, though, guys.
Yeah, I don't think Cavaliers is gonna go through, but I just want them represent well. I mean, if them can one up the performance that they did in Miami, boy, that'll make me happy. 2-1. May have them win 2-1 in Jamaica because obviously we know say Inter Miami can score. But I don't know, I just feel like the Cavaliers can put 2 in them net same way too. So that's it.
All right.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Crystal.
Continue.
So I think it's gonna be 2-2. Cavaliers is gonna score, but Inter Miami. The thing with a young team like Cavalier, and it's international, they don't know how to close out a game, how to finish off a game. And that's one of the things that come with experience. When you look at these players that's playing for Inter Miami, the Suarez, this, that, they have patience. They know when to kill a game. So, yes, this team is much younger. They're at home, but these guys come with patience. And you know, like a player like a Luis Suarez, who doesn't have any moral compass. He's just a cheater. I think the inexperience is what's gonna cause Cavaliers to overcome their 2 goal and to, you know what I mean, and to go ahead. Yes, they're gonna score, but can they stop Inter Miami from scoring for 90 minutes? And in my opinion, the reason why they're not gonna win and go through is inexperience, and
But
that's what.
to be
And
honest,
that's what,
Germany, the whole first 45 minutes, Inter Miami never really get a clean look.
yes,
And the
but you come
goals
back to
that
what I'm saying.
they scored were not really like, oh, they cut Cavalier open and create those brilliant chances. No. The
Yes,
first goal, to me, that ball was outside. The keeper failed to punch it over the bar properly. And then the
yes.
second goal is a mistake by Ming again. You
Take away
understand?
all the mistake and everything, right? Is
I
that hold
don't.
on, hold on for a second. Take away the mistake by the Cavalier players, right? At the end of the day, who scores?
The mistake, no. We're also we are analyze the thing. You say them can't keep a clean sheet, but unless you go put the mistakes in it as why they can't keep a clean sheet. If that's what you're saying, then fine.
No,
But
I said no. I said can't score. They have to score. Remember, I said that part. They have to score.
no,
And
I remember yesterday they can't close out a game, which
yeah,
in so that's what I was saying too. Like
yeah, that too.
Inter
They have to be
Miami,
able to finish the game.
Inter Miami, the chances that they got were not really they're doing, to be honest. That's what I'm kind of like saying.
What I'm saying, experience and patience. Inter Miami have that experience and patience. These players, they know how to do this. I've watched Luis Suarez playing against Canada in the Copa America. Canada get chances to kill them, to murder them, to bury them, and guess what? Luis Suarez get one chance in extra time and finish the game. That's all I'm saying. Now, I'm predicting a 2-2 scoreline, right? And because of the experience is why Inter Miami is going to go to, not because they're better, but because of the experience that they have. And that's just where I see it. Back to you, Crystal.
Well, if you guys are going to be heading to the stadium this Thursday, I wish you all the best. Hope you have a safe travel to and from, and make sure you be the ultimate 12th man. Remember, it's Jamaica over everyone. I know some of you are probably holding out to see if Messi shows up, and if he does show up, can't tell you what to do with your time because you paid for your ticket. I'm sure you'll be supporting Messi. But it would be nice if you could also go ahead and support Cavalier as well, and be, like I said, be the ultimate 12th man. So I'm gonna try and turn the topic, or move on from the topic, I should say, and talk about one of our most loyal servants, where the Reggae Boys are concerned, and I'm sure you would have seen this one. The big man, he is back in action. Hector is back. I'm sure you guys have seen this one, right? And if you haven't seen it, please do allow me to bring you up to speed. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can turn on my shared screen for you guys. And you should be able to see this one on the screen, but don't worry if you can't see it. I will go ahead and give it a read for you. It does say here, Daggers sign Michail Hector. So Daggers, that is the nickname given to the East London club there, Dagenham and Redbridge. This one is a bit of a funny one. I actually smiled when I saw the news which broke, and some days ago, for transparency reasons. And I smile because it goes back to my prediction some months back. You know, remember when we were talking about a couple of those players there who were searching for clubs? Andre Gray was one of them, Michail Hector, and someone else, their name eludes me. I can't remember who the other player was. And Ravel Morrison as well. And I was saying, if you guys, of the three players, I expected Michail Hector to be the first to nail down a club, just because of his career path, the trajectory of his career, and he tends to like roll things over with a swift pace. But one of the things I did say to you guys is that from an outsider looking on, he does appear to be a family man. And I kind of looked at that and thought to myself, unlike, I'm sure Andre Gray is a family man as well. And, you know, likewise, Ravel I'm sure he loves to be around his loved ones as well. But with Michael Hector, because of, you know, some of the stuff that he shows us on social media, and I'm just judging him based on what he has allowed us to see, it does seem like he has close ties with his family, his dad in particular, his brother, and his kids as well. So I kind of took that into consideration. I looked at where he has played before, and I said to myself, do expect him to stay locally. We know he's a East London lad. So I did think to myself, maybe he's going to be staying quite close to East London. I'm going to be honest, I didn't think it would be Dagenham and Redbridge, but it is Dagenham and Redbridge for the time being, and it's a pretty short read for you guys. Again, it does say here, Daggers signed Michail Hector, Dagenham and Redbridge Football Club are delighted to confirm that experienced defender Michail Hector has joined the club on a deal until the end of the season. So Big Heck, Michail Hector, as I've said, a loyal servant to the Black, Gold and Green. What do you guys make of the announcement of Michail Hector back in action? Guys, have some decency to your game. About 26 of you have hit the like button. Over 40 of you are watching nearing 50. Please go ahead and hit the like button. It does not cost you a penny. Back over to the lads. What do you make of Michail Hector back in action with Dagenham and Redbridge? And before I continue, also as it relates to Michail Hector, some more news there with Michail Hector. He's also going to be taking part in, I'm sure you guys would have seen this one, Ballers League UK. He's one of the players there for Ballers League UK. I'm going to talk a little bit about Ballers League UK, but before we do that, let's just focus on some club football. So again, guys, Michail Hector, how you guys feeling?
Texacan, you go first as usual.
Yeah, man, we're just happy for the baller. Say baller find one club, yeah, man. I mean, in regards to Jamaica, we never have to mention him right now, you know. But we're just happy saying find a club right now, you know. And you see that thing where you talk about his family and him liking the family thing. I realize it up on Instagram. Him, especially him father. I'm heavily involved with him father and golfing and cricket and thing. You see me, I say, I like that, yeah, man. I like that. As long as he might play ball, I think he might the last part-time career right now. So, hey, he can go and enjoy it while he can, yeah, man.
Issa still on the screen? I think Tiga is backstage. Let me just bring on Tiga. Sorry about that, Tiga. I didn't see you in the studio. How you doing?
Look over the ears now.
Good night, everybody. Good night to the host, Crystal, and the Reggae Boys Supporters Club. Good night. I'm in the building. Well, Big Ek, get in the club. I am really happy.
It's my turn. I drop it, man. Go ahead. I chop.
All right, sir. I'm really happy that Big Heck get in a club. You understand? I've been following him from he left Charter, you know. Wanted him to sign in January, didn't happen, but got signed. But not the club that I wanted him to be, or not the place, you know, at the last tier of the English League. You understand? Because you have Championship, you have League One, and you have League Two. Then you have the national that he's playing, you know, which is the last tier. At his age, you know. Hopefully it's just he played one match. I think it was Saturday. Played 90 minutes. The game lasted for 95. Played 90 minutes. And his team lost by 1-0. His team is not really doing all that well neither. You understand? But I'm just hoping that he's there to keep his fitness. And hopefully in the summer, he gets something, you know, more better than where he's at now. For a baller of his caliber, you know, coming from the Chelsea and then play another Premier League team and then, you know, Charter and stuff, you know. I just want this young man to do. Really nice fella. Met him in person at the Nation League game. And when I met him, you understand, let me just share my experience with with me and Michail Hector. The team was coming off the bus, right? Everybody was, you know, as press people were taking pictures or whatever. and everybody was like screwing faces. Like the first set was coming off, because I know a couple of them. You know, the one that they don't know me, I'm talking about the Jamaican one now. They were like screwing faces. And as Michail Hector stepped off the bus, he was warm, he was smiling, he salute me. You understand? And when he reached near, bum fist and stuff like that. And I'm like, look at this guy. You know, look at this guy. You understand? The other players, them coming off looking like they're going to war. And him coming off looking more pleasant, you know, salute and bum fist and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, I really like this. I really like this fellow. So from this, I'm just taking a like, and then I got, you know, a little interview with him and stuff like that. I really take on to the fellow. I see that the fellow is a very nice fellow. You understand? Nice fellow. So I just wish him good, all the best in his career, and I hope that he can get back on top. You understand? And back in the Premier League or a nice championship side and go back into the Premier League. So
T-Gat, Christian, how old is Michail Hector now?
Yeah,
32.
he has the age against him, right? Oh no, yeah, has the age against him.
I'm just asking. I'm not saying nothing.
32.
He's 30s, in his 30s. Oh, somebody said 32, yeah. 32.
Someone asked about the team in the comment. What league is this in? Because I never heard of that team before.
No, it's a third. What do I call it now?
Fifth year.
The conference.
No, it's not. It's didn't. All right, you have the Premier League, you have Championship, you have League One, you have League Two, and then you have that league that he's playing, the Nation League.
That's 5th year down. That's 5 years down.
Crystal, you have a curriculum. It's the National League.
National.
Yeah, I don't think he can hear me, but
yeah, the National, right?
It's the National League. So
that's the National League. So if they get promoted, they will go to League One, League Two. If they get promoted from League Two, League One, so that will do 2, and then Championship 3. So it's 3 leagues down.
It's 4 leagues down. Four leagues down.
It's the 5th. It's the 5th.
It's not the 5th. It's not the 5th. It's 4 leagues down, as what Jeremy said. 4 leagues.
Gentlemen, the Premier League is number 1.
Yeah.
Championship is number 2.
Yeah.
League 1 is number 3.
Yeah.
League 2 is number 4. So what?
And then that is the 5th one.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for bringing. So yeah.
So he's 32 years old. He's 32 years old. And is he on loan, Crystal? Is it on loan?
For the rest of the season.
Yeah. One moment. I just got to switch something off. One moment, but please continue to talk.
So
he's for the rest of the season, Jeremy. Go ahead.
Tiga, and he plays he plays center half, right? And sometimes he play right back and center half. He plays midfield, right back and center half, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think he's a useful addition to the squad. His loyalty, you know, and everything. I have no problem with him.
It's a Jeremy. Him there behind it. His position. There's a lot of people in the Jamaica team play his position. You understand? Yeah. So his position right now, for him playing that song, and at his age, he really put himself behind the 8 ball. Only hopefully in the summer, him can get a good club and perform well, and something happen, and then can call him back. Because as you say, all our center of them are injured. Bernard out. And every minute here say Ethan Pinnock out. You understand? And them look injured. So hope he's in the nation. I doubt if them going to call him. You understand? Because you don't know that the church open up for Richard King right now. And Richard King is the man. You understand? Richard King has done the pastor and the bishop. You understand? So
yeah. So, you talk about something really good, Tiga.
Yeah, and then hold on, man. And then you have, hold on, let me finish, man. Holgate is playing center half 2 at West Brom. And you see where West Brom is. West Brom, the playoff spot for go to the Premier League.
Yeah,
you understand?
It's actually
the spot tight.
Is Holgate getting playing time?
Yes, man. Holgate starting and finishing, man. You mean if man get play time?
I think the last game he came off the bench, but at halftime.
Yeah,
But
I think that
he
yes.
still played well though.
But he's playing. Even the last game for Isaac came on. He plays Sunday. Isaac plays Sunday, and Isaac came on in the 90th minute. So
yeah, at least they
are playing.
But you said something that's really good though.
Don't make us stray from
you said
the
something
center
that's.
half.
Go ahead, Texacan. I'm sorry.
I said don't make us stray from the center half topic. Michail Hector up in age. That is all fine and dandy, but we have to be honest with ourselves right now. I mean, the center half pool is pretty deep, bro. It's pretty deep.
Yeah. But Texacan, but your T-God said a lot of these guys keep getting injured, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's good for you have a man like him in the pool still, because he's always reliable.
Yeah, but I mean, even if we put him in the pool right now, Germany, where will he really stand though?
That's a good point. But he's also versatile, you know. He can play at different parts, you know. Right?
No, we need him to play center half. We're tired of versatility right now. No, Carol.
You said there were trials.
no, trying nobody in a different position.
Yeah.
I want trial is per squad and a lot about here. And he not look like them plan for taking more time midfield no time soon.
Yeah, we need a real midfielder in there. Yeah, man, Tiga, keep going. Tiga.
No, man, that's me, man. It's full time now.
Eh?
Wait,
yeah. But you know what, though? To see him get a club, though, even though I've done a 5th division, right? I mean, I'm still... I personally, can't say my manager making food or how we making food or what, and paying bills or whatever. But I think after this, after this cycle going forward, we need to match standard with the top teams in the world, and the players that's gonna come and play for this nation have to be top players, and you have to be playing week in, week out. From a championship go up. That's just my opinion. I don't know how you guys feel about that.
Yeah, I share that too. I think we should start taking ball from the championship, Premier League, from the top tier. You understand? No League 2, no League 1.
No,
you understand? And if them up really play like the League 1, them sides supposed to tier it up. You understand? Not the one that we are struggling.
Yes.
You understand? Not the side that we are struggling, but the side that we are tier it up. Right now, we see Amari Bell team look like it'll go back down to 1. You understand? We see watching the team will go down, Bobby team will go down. You understand? And when you look at some of these players, they not really play a whole game, whole time. Even Latibody who want to call a while ago, he not play a whole for Coventry. He not play a whole.
You know what's so funny? Yes, you're right, because I looked this week and wasn't starting. Maybe him injured. But the last couple of weeks, man, it was starting a lot. But since the last 2 weeks or so, I haven't seen that much. I don't know what happened.
So for us,
Riley said only Jamaica. I'm sorry, I'm reading from the stream. Patrick Riley said only Jamaica pick players and loyalty.
Which is true. You understand? We need players who are play football. We definitely need players who are play football. And not only playing football, but them teams supposed to play well. We don't want a team where come off. We don't want players where come off of the bench and get 10 minutes. And when they come in at the national side, they might play 110 minutes and all them something there. That's not really something there. Because the commentator, when we play against USA, the commentator said most of these ballers they're not really playing for their club. You understand? And they're playing against a UST where you have people who are playing at the highest level. You understand? Politics. AC Milan play out him life. Him and the next baller. And you have all of them who play out them life. While our players are on the bench. You understand? I get 5 minutes and 5 minutes and 10 minutes. Something there, it really
Texican. Texican.
Yeah, man, listen to him, man.
How you feel about players just from the championship or up, no lower down? How you feel about
I mean, I can't argue with it because I mean, the higher in an ideal world, we want levels at high level, at the highest level for play for we, but I don't think that's possible for us, to be honest, to have like a top tier players from all around the world playing for us. But I mean, I think championship is a good enough level. It's good enough.
Yeah, but you see, I think Texican, once the team make it to the World Cup and with standards start to improve, there's gonna be a luxurious of players start to come. Right?
Yeah, but
the
the championship is not gonna be. We're not gonna look at the championship players as they're gonna be the first players to fall off. We have lower level We have lower level team players in the squad.
But that's what we're saying going forward. That's what Mantiga said going forward.
It's impossible. Richard King will play too good now. If nobody now want him in the squad, so
who that?
No, I'm just saying Richard King is playing at a. He might playing at the JPL, but I guess his performance.
There's nothing wrong, you know, saying with a player from the JPL and the squad and prove himself, but they have to prove themselves.
Yeah, but you hear what you say a while ago, though, Jeremy.
Yeah.
You want the benchmark to be at worst case scenario to be championship.
Yes.
But people in Jamaica are our people, and me myself I call for Richard King in our squad, bro. You understand what I get at?
Yeah.
I don't think we'll ever have a benchmark. I really don't think so. But I just think we need more higher level quality players in the squad. I mean,
yeah. Did you watch Panelist show this evening?
No, I never watch it.
And he was just advocating for, you know, a bunch of and I agree with him. I agree with him because he said, look, if you look at leagues around the world, right? They're full of USA players and they're starting. And these players not even in the national team. And they're starting. Every league, every club.
Germany, we're not USA.
We have to set the bar high, bro.
No, yeah, me and you might understand that, but listen, I genuinely don't think the people on the island think that way, bro. So
here we are, sir.
I don't know what to think about the football right now because I mean I don't know how we sit down every weekend and watch EPL and people are worship Leon Bailey and all them things there. A man want put money in a JPL for lineup side. I mean, I want starting lineup for Jamaica. I mean, them stuff doesn't make sense. I don't know the difference in levels, man. I
see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. You know, and then so the two games I play against Trinidad, I can look and we question myself. You know, those who were advocating for local based players. You know, it was like, wow, this is way below par. This is way below par. You know,
I'll be honest with you, I don't think it's below par. I think that's what the people wanted to see. Them get what them want to see. End of story. I mean, me not hear nobody call and say, yo, this a baller, this or that the baller, that. So them get what them want. So
after them eat them words, it was like, well, the showing was dismal. The showing was dismal. But you know, we have to give it to to them. The coach improve little by little. But we need better. We need better. We need, as I said, I want coaches to come up and challenge Mr. Speed, right? We need more coaches to push out themselves, man, for real. Crystal, you back?
In due time, it will happen.
Yeah, I was just listening to you guys' conversation and I realized I forgot to turn my camera back on. So sorry about that. But no, thank you guys.
You got your rundown?
No, man, I'm here, man. I'm here listening to you, guys.
Yeah, man. So, what do you think about that? The last part of the conversation.
Which one again? Which part of the day again? Because me, like you said,
part that we were saying about, I was saying that, the bar should be championship and up, But the 2 games that we play against, Texacan say people watch Leon Bailey play in the Premier League, and then want some JPA players here to line up against him playing national team. How is that going to work? Plus the 2 games that we play against Trinidad, and we see that the players were not really ready up to standard. What's your take?
All right, let me tell you what go on with these players. All right, they say Leon Bailey playing week in week out and maybe not having this wonderful performance. But guess what? Leon Bailey is in the Premier League, and whenever Leon Bailey is fit, he's starting and he's playing. Right? He's playing and he's playing again. He's playing against top team. Manchester City, Manchester United, Arsenal, Liverpool, you name it. All of the top Premier League. Leon Bailey is playing against all of these top players in the world. Then we have some players who play a league. You understand? And I play against themselves. Them not play against no top baller. Because none of these JPL baller not go nowhere at all. You understand? Then Leon Bailey play against some man. When they don't play, them I go back at them country and them I go play against some different set of people. Them they are the type of people Leon Bailey play against. These players locally, when the JPL done, them go back at them yard, then go up on the corner, them sing or whatever, and them not play against nobody.
No man, then go up on TikTok live a big money.
Yeah, but them not play against nobody. That is the bottom line. Them not playing against nobody. Them not test them skill against nobody. So that's the problem right there. That's the problem right there. All right? Hold on a second.
Yeah. Crystal.
Tell her check the back room, please.
Let me see. He finally decides to show up. I mean, we're nearing the end of the show, but Cece's making a little guest appearance, a little cameo from him there. Turning my attention to the guys in the comment section. Big up yourself here by Simone. Also DC as well. I saw DC in the comment section earlier on. Don Frosser. I'm not even sure if I pronounced your name correctly. My apologies if I butchered it. It was not intentional. Patrick Riley, big up yourself. Chemo, big up yourself, Chemo. And I'm sure I've mentioned Gunner's boss, but in case I haven't, wasn't intentional. RNHOR. I don't think I've seen you in the comment section before, but big up yourself. Thank you for stopping by. And before I continue, CC Sports, what do you make of what's been discussed so far? I think you're on mute there, sir. Where's he gone? Has he gone backstage again? Hold on. Where's CC? Oh, there he is. I think you're mute, CC.
I was just saying I was listening to the conversation. Just listening.
Yeah. What do you make of what's been said? Like particularly what's in front of you with Dagenham and Redbridge announcing the signing of Michael Hector. He's already made his debut. He has been signed until the end of the season, and they currently play in the National League.
You mean the non-league football?
No, National League.
Yes, non-league. It's non-league.
National League.
Crystal, stop pretty up. It's non-league football.
Not pretty up, nothing. It's National League.
Hold on. So you have the fourth league. We have Premier League, Championship, League 1, League 2. Then non-league.
National League.
Okay, so 15 of them. Let's have a mutual 15.
No, because he's trying to be shady, so national.
Boy, tell her I read right through your CC.
Yeah, he's trying to be shady.
That's why I'm trying to put a truth between it.
He's trying to
this one.
Shady.
Go ahead, CC.
It's non-league. It's non-league. Like the level where the Jamie. Remember, we have respect non-league. Ethan Pinnock. It produced Jamie Vardy. It produced all of these guys. But I mean,
yeah.
At this stage in his career, signing for a non-league, it's just you love football. You want to continue playing, but writing is on the wall.
kind of see it in that way too, to be honest. But it's me, maybe, yeah, I kind of see it as that, but who knows, Yeah, what, so you see
Well,
this season as going on backwards, right?
well, man, CC just a where the car with the word name now, man. Just a dismiss
Yeah,
the
it's
man
not good
sign
with
for your
Crystal.
club, someone, CC.
He's
Yeah,
just
deal
come
with
on
the man, someone, you
Miss
know.
Reid. I don't know. CC's choosing to be negative tonight for some reason. But
CC, we not ask for man in our national team, we're just happy to the man find one club. So, nothing too crazy.
Yeah, but sometime, I don't know. I mean, all right, me just say me happy same sign for a club and I continue play some football. But
Okay, there we
yeah,
go.
you can continue play that football. But I mean, the chapter, the Jamaican chapter closed. Still a road fame and everything, but that
Yeah, so you
chapter.
don't want to see back in the national team.
Hmm?
You don't think that there's a spot for him in the national team?
No, sir.
Why?
I
Because
think
of his age or where he's playing?
The
might be getting a
level,
there
the
from
level.
you, CC. I think we're getting a feedback from your background.
I think he's talking in his background.
Yeah, I don't know if I think Issa, I'm not sure if Issa actually commented on this. So Issa, if in case you haven't commented before we move on, anything that you want to add to Michael Hector playing for Dagenham and Redbridge until the end of the season?
Um, mm, uh, some of the backstage before CC and CC come going before me. How happen?
I am
How
so
I
sad.
go on?
No,
Eh?
She show her
is
favoritism already, man.
Me
It's
see it,
alright.
man. Me the backstage how long. I patiently wait. Me not even text. Cause me say me just a wait till CC. You understand? But
sorry.
it's all good, Talawa.
I want to know
Crystal,
the
I find you out, Crystal. I find you out.
country.
But yo, I mean, he's playing football. I mean, that's what we want for him, and we can't ask more than that. Wish he was at a higher club, but he's playing football. So fifth year, not the best, but he's playing football. Let's just hope it's until the end of the season and him can go up a league or two. And yeah, I mean, but right now, I don't think you might think him in the pool for the national team, but him just a go down and down. So I don't think he's actually in the pool per se. You know. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's what it is.
Might
Is
I
what
say his club is in a better position than Mariapa Club too.
Oh, yeah, but
Mariapa
Mario,
Club, they like Mariapa go playing. What the league below, non-league, what you call him? Conference league?
yeah.
No, man. I think no. I think
Yeah,
Conference League and National League now, right?
yeah,
I think like
go
you
ahead.
have like because this one I think you're talking about like if you were to get relegated, so if you would
Ye-
get relegated like National League North or National League South,
Yeah,
is that what
man. That one there. That's up there. Yeah.
Yeah,
To
but
them,
he's
to
just
them,
playing for
back to
fun.
them conference. Sorry, back to them conference.
He retires, he's just playing for I kind of, look, we still have to respect CC's opinion, right? He wants to stand up for the national team, and so we have to respect that. You understand?
No,
In the
no, man.
meantime, we have
Me
to
no understand CC. Me not understand CC. We no want to
understand him, and we have
nothing.
to respect his opinion too. We have to respect
No,
it.
him right, man. Him right. We not the boat sail for now. You know what I mean? CC
CC, you
might a
understand?
little brute force with what I say, but
Yeah.
we can't deny anything what I say. We
Yeah.
can't deny.
And Crystal, once again to Isa, how do you feel, right, about standard set for the national team, right, going forward? Champions League and higher and above.
But
Championship or
we not have
championship.
so much players, Bossy.
Championship.
No, I'm saying
Oh,
going
championship, you
forward.
mean?
Yeah,
Championship, you
championship
No.
me
mean?
mean. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
You know,
No.
like when miss up my man
Championship.
the name Bram, man. You know what thing, man.
okay.
Yeah, man. You know feed the man him words.
I mean,
Championship,
I think if you look for the things to Germany, but I mean, if you want to keep the standard, then fine. If
Here's why I
then
said that, right? Here's why I said that. When we look on CONCACAF, I look on the teams ahead of us, right? What we need to do to beat them and the standard that our players are at, right? And, whoever is going to come in the national team, not right now, because I'm talking, you're going forward 2-3 years from now after the World Cup cycle. We need to be better than what we have right now in order to succeed, to beat the US, Mexico, even to compete with them, right? Our players have to be playing at a high level, bro. You just cannot be a player that's, I'm there on club, I warm the bench, and then, income the national team. That's not going to work. Excuse me. Everybody improve. We have to improve too. That's all I'm saying.
That's true. That's true. But it depends. Can remember say you have a JPL, you know, 'cause if you say you're gonna set the standard as championship, what you do with them a player where I play Jamaica? What are you gonna do with them?
And so I was listening to management today, and I love what he said there. He said, if we start getting the best players from no matter where them at, it will force the players in Jamaica to leave at a certain age, to go overseas and get much better. And then for broken their national team.
I don't believe so though, Jeremy Lee.
Eh?
I don't believe so.
Me either, because it will not happen yet. When it go happen?
When it go happen?
The standard I go set. You have to broken their national team. You have to leave and go get much better and get the coach.
Jeremy Lee, our best player born on the island is in the Champions League right now. And them still talk about man in the JPL supposed to pass ball to him. Come on. Come on. There will never be no standard for the national team. And that's the harsh reality, really. There will never be none. Never be none.
That CC will gone. Crystal, back to you, baby.
I think he's somewhere in the. I think it's probably to do with his background. He probably chime in a bit. T-Get, I don't know where T-Get is. I can't see him in the studio. I've just double checked, but he's not in the studio. So I'll just continue with some more talk there on Michail Hector. I'm sure you guys would have seen this one as well. He also joined Baller League UK. So I'll give you guys some context to that one because it's probably a little bit new to you. That competition there's probably a little bit new to you. The launch for Baller League UK in terms of the draft, that is the draw, I should say, it took place today, and we're going to just dive into some information on a Baller League UK and also Michail Hector again. So you should be able to see this one on the screen in front of you. I won't take up much of your time. So it does say here, let's make sure I'm on the right screen. Baller League, Sky Sports, and now becomes the TV home of inaugural UK season. Every match from the inaugural UK Baller League season will be shown live on Sky Sports on Monday night and begins March the 24th. The draft will be broadcast live on Sky Sports Football from 6 p.m. on March 10th. So basically the draft has already taken place, and as it says here, it will include football legends, social media stars, and cultural icons. There's some big names there, but really and truly the one that matters to us is Michail Hector. He was drafted to be part of a team, and it does say here, in terms of the competition, in case you guys are wondering, it is a indoor 6-a-side competition, and as I said, this is the UK version, so clearly it will be taking place in the UK. My apologies. I'm not sure if you guys caught wind of the draft, but I was keeping an eye on it. And Michail Hector, he was actually drafted by one of the managers there, Angry Ginge for United. That is YANITED. So that's the team to look out for. You can see some big names on there in terms of football legends: Luis Figo, Alan Shearer, Mika Richards. Let me drink some water. 1 second, guys. Gary Lineker, Jens Lehmann, Robert Pears, Freddie Youngberg, John Terry. And also you've got Dave. I'm sure you guys know who Dave is if you're tuned into your UK music scene. So, Michael Hector, that's another bit of football there that he will be taking part in. I know it's not what you guys would have in mind, not what you guys expect, but I'm assuming he's just doing this for fun. Like I said, it's a bit of six-a-side football, and it is kicking off the 24th of this month. So if you guys want to keep your eyes on the competition and cheer for Michael Hector, you're more than welcome to. It does also say here, season 1 of the competition will run for 11 consecutive Mondays at the Copper Box Arena. Again, East London, that is in Stratford. Michael Hector, East London boy, currently playing for Dagenham and Redbridge, a East London club. And again, that competition starts on the 24th of March, with the top 4 teams taking part in the semifinals and final to determine the season's winner. And each night features 6 30-minute matches. So again, feel free to go ahead and throw your support to Michael Hector's way. And it is a new and exciting era of football, as it does say here on the screen in front of you. Again, I'm sure, I can't speak for Michael Hector, but clearly this is probably something that he's just using to keep himself fit. I talked about Michael Hector and, when he took part in that summer camp that was put on by the PFA. And, I did say that, one of the reasons why I think he partake in the summer camp was for a number of reasons, keeping fit, also trying to keep the mind active. When you're out of a job, football is still there 9 to 5. Moving on from Charlton Athletic, I'm sure, he would rather be around like-minded individuals, kicking football with the lads, rather than being at home and thinking about the what if and where he could be, because that could just be detrimental to his mental well-being. So I'm thinking along the same lines. He has Dagenham and Redbridge as his club until the end of the season, and also he's going to be doing a kickabout with the lads for Baller League UK. So all the best to Michael Hector, and I hope it goes well for him. What do you guys make of the Baller League UK information there as it relates to Big Heck?
Is that supposed to be the equivalent to like the 7v7, like what the United States do in the summer?
Something like that, but I think this is on a bigger scale. No disrespect, to be honest with you. I think the idea is the same, but I just think this is just on a bigger scale, because they're even going to be giving you like the USA version. So they got like the German version, you've got the UK version, and you got the USA version. And it looks like the USA version is going to be led by Ronaldinho and also Speed.
Oh.
Yeah, it's on a bigger scale in my opinion.
Okay. Well, I'll be looking forward to it, because I watched the 7v7 that they had in the United States last year with they had a few Jamaican football players. I think there was even like a Jamaican side in there. So I'll be checking it out. Thanks for putting it on my radar. I saw him post it, but I had no idea what it was. I had not even looked into it, but
yeah, it looks massive. It looks massive. And to be honest with you, the only reason why I'm really looking at it again, for clarity, guys, it is a six-a-side format competition, right? And it was set up in Germany, and so that's the reason why we're saying Baller League UK, because they also have the German edition. And so that is the reason why there's an emphasis on Baller League UK, to avoid any confusion. But as I said, the only reason why I'm really keen and looking to this is because it involves Michael Hector, one of our own. So that's the reason why I'll be watching to see how he gets on. I don't know if you guys will be watching. Text again will be watching. I don't know about Issa and Germany. Will you guys be tuning in as well?
If we have access to it, definitely. I watch those games sometimes. It just depends on the time. I might not get to watch them live, but I watch the replays and stuff like that.
You can probably watch the USA version, though. I think the USA version probably be more accessible to yourself, isn't it? Because that one you got then Ronaldinho, so I think that one is probably going to be more accessible to yourself.
So yeah, if as long as they're available, we can tune in and watch them. No big deal. So yeah, I don't know Germany. I go watch Germany. Don't Germany? You watch Reggae Boys game? Eh?
Germany do look and watch that game.
Yeah, we can't do Jeremy so bad.
May I have Crystal one more topic for you, just Michael
Michail
Antonio.
Antonio.
Yeah.
In that match today, he
I
was
think
at the
that
match
was going
today.
to be my next topic, sir.
Okay.
I'll allow you to lead on this one because it was literally going to be my next topic, but I'll allow you to take the lead on this one.
No, you can take the lead. I just saw a clip, and I ain't gonna lie. I
Yo, a Jamaica
make me
you
feel
come from,
good.
man. They saw speak, he spoke. You know, chat patter, boy.
Jesus Christ, man. Can when I'm talking to the lady, can I talk nice to the lady, please? And can
I
you
was
mind the business?
wondering, I'm like, oh, is he talking to someone in his background or yeah, I was like, Cece, mute your mic. I was so confused just then, but no, continue.
Yeah, just very I mean, even all Reggae Boys fans supposed to even happy just to see him walk out there. And I mean, this recovery got to be almost one of the fastest I've ever seen. Cause them never say a fracture him something, but when I put them did fracture or broke. I mean, and he's out walking already, smiling, clapping in front of the fans. Well, for me, just happy to see him back. I can't wait to see the video them I am around right now. That will tell me where we are. Cause I think Jamaica still need him at this point in time, even with him broke foot. So hey,
Agree with you on that, but
huh?
yeah, continue.
Nah, I said what you say?
Now I was saying, I think we all agree with you on that. Like we do still need him, but I think I think it goes without saying that the most important thing is for him to put his health first. Like obviously, it will be devastating if he doesn't play for us again, but the most important thing is that he has life. And I definitely echo what you said that this is one of the fastest recoveries I've ever seen. Like just goes to show there is a God because it's
Yeah.
literally a that we're watching in front of our eyes.
Yeah, and Crystal, it was like what, a week or two ago? They're like, he's in Dubai doing rehab. I said, rehab what? He's supposed to still be on the couch. He's supposed to still up on the couch and relax. With my top, oh God, Dubai for rehab. And then I think West Ham had put an article out last week saying that like him come in every so often with for his what do I call him? I just see him rehab thing, but I guess progress checkups or something like that. So that like I said, let him worry about his health first, and we worry about the football later. But good to see him back walking on the pitch, man.
100%. Germany, I think Germany says he's in a noisy background. Cece, I'm not sure how your background's sounding. And Issa, what you guys make of the pictures there in front of you? Michail Antonio received a warm welcome back at the London Stadium for the first time since his car accident in December.
It's a good look to me, man. It's a very, very good look because it's a baller. As Tex can say, I think we still need ball of his caliber, you know. So I think we really still need him. So it's good that he's back. In terms of soon he'll be ready to hit the pitch. I'm not sure, but as soon as possible, then all the better for us. We got like important games coming up, World Cup qualifier, Gold Cup, all that stuff. So it's good to see him back. Unfortunate accident happened, and we're glad that he's almost through with recovery and can touch back the pitch. And then Texican, modern medicine. Yeah, so they have everything that you need. If you need to go in a warmer climate so you can rehab better, you do that. Then the modern medicine is up there, bro. So recovery, I'm not all too surprised, because the world has been progressing when it comes down to technology and medicine. So I'm really not surprised. So thanks be to God, and thanks all the people who kind of help him get to that place where he is now.
Definitely, amen to that.
Issa, not even a walking boot though, brother. I saw medicine bad nowadays.
Yeah, man.
Hey, I was away from my phone outside on the next one, and you want to chat me, you know. Brother, let me tell you something. Once you come out to Jamaica football, me I support, alright? You know, go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, boss.
If you're outside on the next one, man, me I hear what I'm gonna respond. Because on the next one upstairs, man. Yeah, Crystal. I wish Michail Antonio the best, but unfortunately, you know what I mean, for me, it's a long road back for him. It's a long road back for him. And that would be such a bad shape and if no one can step up and take his place. If he has to come back for start the national team, that's the story that we in big problems. Big problems. There's no way that that other reggae boy should be dependent on a man who is going on what 35. I'm sorry. How old is he right now? Hello?
Sorry, I was on mute. 34.
34. There's no reason why our national team should be waiting on a guy 34. He's gonna be 35 this year, if I'm not mistaken. Come back to start for the national team. I'm not saying that he should be done, but he have to come back and prove himself. And if he's who we have to wait on, my God, we in bad shape. We in really, really, really bad shape. But I wish him all the best, though. I wish him and his family all the best. Big up.
Definitely, definitely echoing everything that you guys have said. Wishing him all the best. But like we've said, you know, we should definitely be the least of his priority. The last thing on his mind should be wanting to come back and play for us. Even if he uses that as a motivation, that's down to him. But you know, health comes first, and right now we just need him to stay fit, stay alive, stay well, and we take it from there. I don't know if CC has anything that he wants to say before we move on from Michail Antonio.
You sure CC's here?
Well, he's on the screen, so unless he has fallen asleep, I'm not sure. Maybe he's fallen asleep.
That's people think we are ZZ.
Yeah, maybe ZZ. That's probably what we should call him, ZZ Sports, because maybe he's actually falling asleep there, guys. I don't know. So what we can do is move on. I am cautious of the time. It's nearing 2 hours. I don't know how the guys are feeling. I think they all have work tomorrow, to be honest with you. So I don't want
I got a few more to go. I can't go much longer, but I can give a few more minutes.
I know I'm not going to go no more longer than maybe some 15 minutes or so. So what that means, I'll have to come back during the week to give you guys a show, all right? But we can't close off on tonight's show without talking about Taylor Hinds, Liverpool's Taylor Hinds, that is. I'm sure you guys, my apologies, I was supposed to give you guys a weekend of action roundup from the Reggae Girls. Dating back from last week, and I was actually going to do that tonight, but then as you can see, there's just so much to talk about, and I can't just push the women's content to the end and just rush it. So I much prefer to just give it a show on its own, right? Hence only wanting to talk about Taylor Hinds tonight. But I'm saying that I'm sure you would have seen a couple of the results, which I guess I'll just leave the results, the weekend of action results, until when I come back and do my next show for you guys. But the most important topic there to talk about definitely centers around Taylor Hinds. Let's see if I can go ahead and bring up my shared screen there for you guys. All right. So here is what we're looking at. Here's what we're dealing with. Let's go ahead and remove my headline. You can clearly see this one. It does read for itself. Statement from LFC, that is Liverpool Football Club, and Taylor Hinds. And if I scroll down here, the headline says, Liverpool can confirm our vice captain Taylor Hinds was subjected to sexually inappropriate comments from a member of the crowd during Sunday's Adobe Women's FA Cup quarterfinal against Arsenal. And it says here, Taylor and a teammate immediately made the match officials aware of the abuse, and the alleged perpetrator was removed from the stadium by the stewards. By the stewarding team at Boreham Wood. So that is where Arsenal women play some of their games. And it does say here also, LFC has offered its full support to Taylor, who has been forced to deal with an unacceptable situation when she should have been celebrating a memorable victory. That's because they knocked Arsenal out of the FA Cup. And the statement here reads as follows. It says here, a club spokesperson said, LFC condemns all forms of discrimination, and we continue to work all year round through our Red Together program to campaign against it. All players now and in the future should have the knowledge that our pitches and stadiums are safe places to play football. We thank Taylor for immediately raising the issue with her teammates and everyone at Arsenal for their swift actions. We will fully support the ongoing investigation. And Taylor said, yesterday was an intense game and emotions were high, including the fans, but that did not give anyone the right to subject me to that kind of behavior while down from an head injury. I am there doing the job and to carry on playing with that in the back of my mind. I think, Jeremy, I think I might have to go ahead and just mute you quickly. One moment. Sorry about that, guys. And it does say here, continuing with the statement there from Liverpool and also Taylor Hinds. It says here, all current women's players and I are playing the sport we love and should be able to do so without fearing such occurrences. Every young girl out there hoping and dreaming of becoming footballers should know that she can do so safely and happily. I will not let the actions of one individual ruin what was a fantastic day for the team and our supporters. But it's not okay, and I was determined to make a stand. It was hard for my mom and dad not to realize what was going on and to find out later what was being shouted at their daughter during a game of football. I'm doing fine and would like to thank my teammates and everyone at Liverpool for having my back, as well as the match officials for their swift actions and everyone at Arsenal for their assertive actions and backing. Together we can continue to make our sport better both now and for the players for the years to come. So there you have it there, that statement there from Liverpool. And also you got to hear from Taylor Hinds as well. And what's you guys' thoughts on what Taylor Hinds was subjected to, and how Liverpool and Arsenal and the stewards and Taylor Hinds and her teammates dealt with the situation?
Well, I'm glad the awareness, and her teammates come on, rally around her. And that's what, that we need to do. I hope they find the perpetrator. I'm not sure if you said they did. These people need to get banned for life, pay a fine, publicly apologize. And, I just hope that, that people can be aware. This is, somebody's wife. Sorry, maybe somebody's daughter, wife, or, just don't know, but just respect each person out there.
I don't know. I don't know why this is such a thing in the female sport, though. I'm not saying that they don't have a lot of fans, but I mean they're struggling in different aspects, and then for the ladies to be, feeling like they're underappreciated, not getting paid as much, and then to go out there and deal with this, like the person just said, what they say, disheartening. Yeah, it's disheartening for real, man. It's happening for real. But I think the step that was made was I guess it was, what you call that now, proactive.
Step in the right direction.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was proactive. I mean, I wish there's we could get some more information because I mean I know in the men's sport, stuff like this give a lifetime ban. No, I don't. Them just say them what remove him from the stadium and the authorities were made aware. We don't know exactly what happened after that, but yeah, I mean, I want them to beat up on my friend, but
Yeah, I think it's obviously just like you said, Texican, we don't know like the finer details. So but on my observation, and maybe you guys could correct me on this, it seemed like it must have been something that was quite um persistent for her to like pick up on it. Because you imagine being at I think you guys might have to mute your mic. I'm getting a little bit of a feedback somewhere. Um I think, thank you guys. I think, when we go to football matches, male or female, it tends to be a loud crowd. Like it just tends to be quite loud. There's so much going on. So the fact that she could pick up on something that was quite clearly inappropriate, it does make me wonder or make me believe that it's something that was quite persistent. Hence her saying, she's had enough, she's taken a stance. Even if it was just one time, it's not acceptable, because at the end of the day, she's at her place of work. Like no one has the right to make her feel uncomfortable with their nasty, unwarranted comments, unwelcoming comments. Like it's not acceptable. So I'm glad that she took a stance, and I'm glad that she appears to have had the appropriate backing on the day. And I hope that it doesn't just stop there. I hope from here, just like you said, we've seen like lifetime bans. Okay, ban them for life, then, let it not be a slap on the wrist just because it's women's football, or just because they think enough people aren't watching so they can just do whatever and treat it like it's fluff, as we usually see with football, not just women's football, but men's football as well. Certain cases, certain situation is treated like fluff. They just kind of blow it out the way and then move on. But hopefully they can make an example of that person, because no one has the right to show up at your workplace and make you feel uncomfortable in your own skin. Like it's such a disgusting thing to do to someone. So hopefully the authorities, those in charge, do the right thing and set an example. And I'm hoping and praying that Taylor Hinds is doing well. And it's also, again, just like DC said, it's disheartening because you heard her mention her mom and dad, like her parents are at the game. It's a massive game, it was a cup match against Arsenal, like it says there, the quarterfinals. And it's a memorable moment. And part of that memorable moment, unfortunately, carries the memory of a sick individual passing their place. So hopefully, the authorities, like I said, do the right thing. Issa, I don't know if you want to like add to what's been said before we close off.
I mean, it's something that's prevalent in football, whether men's game or the women's game, and I don't know. It's really tough on the players to be dealing with something like that when they have other things to be worried about. But hopefully, in years to come, we can totally get rid of something like this out of sports overall. And that players don't really have to be dealing with this kind of stuff while trying their best to represent their clubs, their countries, or whatever they're trying to represent. So hopefully, things like this can become like something very minimal, in years to come. Yep.
Definitely, I agree with you, or maybe even just don't exist. I know the latter is probably more far-fetched because we're dealing with human beings here, but just like you said, one step at a time becomes less common, and then hopefully from becoming less common, it's eradicated from the game once and for all, and not just where the women's game is concerned, but also the men's game as well. Before we go, guys, any final thoughts that you guys want to share? Any plugs? Anything that you guys have going on that you want to share in terms of any support that's needed, even if it is with the Ricker Boys and Girls Supporters Club?
They can just run the ad when they're ready to leave. That's basically it. We will be having a watch party at 51 Dunbarton Avenue Kingston, Jamaica, for the first leg in the St. Vincent game at the original Dancehall Thursdays, people. So the game would be playing in St. Vincent, but you can come to the original Dancehall Thursdays with the watch party. So if you're not going to be at the game, you just turn up at original Dancehall Thursdays and enjoy the watch party. But Crystal of the ad, you can see more from there.
100%. Texican and Germany. Any final words there, lads?
Yeah, man. I just want to say, Taylor Hinds, be strong. Mr. Speed and Cavalier, I wish you guys all the best. You make Jamaica proud, whichever what happened. Which win or lose or draw, you make us happy. Michail Antonio, speedy recovery. I'm happy for you, sir. I'm happy that you have life and you start to look back at things. Michael Hector, congratulations on you finding a club and keep on playing the sport that you love best. You have a good one. Everyone that's tuning in the chat and everything, thank you guys for tuning in. Keep on supporting us. Look at Boys Supporters Club, Talawa TV, CC Sport. Enough respect to you guys. Back to you, Crystal.
Yeah, and before I forget my manners, massive shout out to the lads on screen. Thank you for joining me on tonight's occasion. Definitely loved doing the live stream with you guys. I think this is the first time that we're streaming at the same time on 3 different platforms. One with myself, the groups, and also CC Sports. So wherever you are, whether it's on my channel, the Reggae Boys and Girls Supporters Club, or CC Sports Lab, please do go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you're new to each of our respective platforms, and also kind of go ahead and hit the like button. Big up the guys on screen, Mr. Lee, the Prezi, Issa, also Texican as well. T got popped by, CC Sports popped by as well. I think that's it. I can't remember if anyone else joined the live stream, but I'm sorry if you did and I forgot. And obviously you guys there in the comment section for keeping our company. Your support does not go unnoticed. It is definitely appreciated. I will be coming back during the week. I just got to figure out which day. It might be tomorrow, or if not the day after that, to talk some more about the Reggae Girls and their club activities and what they've been getting up to with their respective clubs. Okay, and I do apologize for not being able to give you guys that live stream earlier on over the weekend, or even the previous weekend that went. So I do apologize for that. If you are out and about, I do hope that you make it home safe and unharmed. Before I go, I'm going to go ahead and give the ad for the St. Vincent match with the Reggae Boys. I'm going to give that a little spin so you guys can sit and listen carefully and figure out where to go and watch the match if you are in I believe it is Jamaica. What Issa said, right, Issa?
Yes, that's correct.
Yes, so there you go, guys. And I will be catching you guys again later on in the week. Okay, so do enjoy the rest of your evening. And if I don't see you between now and Friday, have a great week. Subsequently, have a wonderful weekend when it comes.
Girls Supporters Club and Original Dancehall Thursday invite you to rally behind the Reggae Boys as they take on St. Vincent and the Grenadines. In the Gold Cup prelims, join us Friday, March 21st at 52 Dunbarton Avenue for the ultimate Reggae Boys watch party. Doors open at 4 p.m. Performance by Luciana, Tishana, Rebel T Sound, Alpha Metro Media, Alanza R. Admission $500. Come out in your Jamaican colors. Diaspora fans, sign up now and watch it on JFF Live. Reggae Boys and Girls Supporters Club and Original Dancehall Thursday invite you to rally behind the Reggae Boys as they take on St. Vincent and the Grenadines. In the Gold Cup prelims, join us Friday, March 21st at 52 Dunbarton Avenue for the ultimate Reggae Boys watch party. Doors open at 4 p.m. Performance by Luciana, Tishana, Rebel T Sound, Alpha Metro Media, Alanza R. Admission $500. Come out in your Jamaican colors. Diaspora fans, sign up now and watch it on JFF Live.
I'm John Barnes and you're watching Talawa TV with Crystal Davis.